Welcome to the board of the Bantu, and I am trying again. This has been a trying week for me. I think I just wasn't organized enough, and none of my stuff is working, and so I am having to use my computer camera, and hopefully it works. The show must go on. Thank you so much for your patience and for waiting for me to do readings. It's going to take another couple of weeks before I am fully out of rest and rehabilitation, but Patreon pays my rent. So, whether I'm sick or not, whether I'm dying or not, I am going to put stuff on Patreon. I want to put stuff on Patreon no matter what. Okay, so welcome to the board of the Bantu. And I already opened it before when I did the Dad James Brown reading where James Brown did not appear. This is the first time I have been unable to harness an energy, harness a soul from the winds, and to have my plate empty because nothing came, because James Brown is sequestered somewhere where my ancestors did not want to go, and I cannot go because I'm just not healthy enough. So here we are with Martin Luther King. I decided to take a request from the Patreon pages to read Martin Luther King, and hopefully this works out in my favor. Okay, so Martin Luther King. Alrighty. So Martin Luther King, his body was very heavy for him just before he went. He was feeling overweight. He was either on a diet or thinking of going on a diet because his soul was just having time dragging him. Just dragging. He had a bad leg, a very bad leg. His right leg, he was dragging it more than the other legs. So something was going on with his leg. He injured it somehow. And when he got shot, the injury hadn't yet healed. So he walked into my plate very easily, and for that I am grateful. He keeps going on about Lee Harvey Oswald, and I'm trying not to listen. But Lee Harvey Oswald did not shoot somebody. I'm just letting you guys know because that's what he is saying. I don't know who Lee Harvey Oswald is, but he says he did not shoot somebody. So he is very obsessed with that. He keeps saying it. So he says the people they say shot us are never the ones who did it. It's always some scapegoat. It's always someone that they pin it on. But so do you know who shot you? It is a group of 6 men. That's shocking. A group of 6 men. They all fired at the same time. And one of them or 2 of them hit me. I'm going to check this out because I don't know anything about Martin Luther King, to be honest. I mean, I know the speeches and everything, but I don't know anything about him. He says a group of 6 men shot him, and Martin Luther King's death. Okay. My apologies, people. I have to follow what he is saying. Okay. I have to follow what he is saying. So here we go. Sniper assassination. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Sniper assassination. Alrighty. He doesn't say anything else besides that over here. Oh, okay. James Earl Ray. Okay. So he says it was a group of 6 men, and he said they were at different places, and one of them shot, and they won, but they were at different places. He says he knew his death was coming. He'd seen it, not seen it like he had psychic abilities. He had psychic abilities. He said, yes, I did. He says, yes, I did have psychic abilities. I saw it coming, but they had missed before. So I just said to myself, well, maybe they'll miss this time. What I had to say and what I had to do was more important than the fear of death. And what did you have to do, Martin? Said I had to liberate the people. I wasn't really thinking about liberating them physically, like the law is being changed as much as liberating their minds. We'd been under slavery for too long, and our way of thinking was that of slavery. I had to liberate the minds. And do you think he succeeded? He says, yes. He thinks he succeeded. He says he wasn't a perfect man. He's really heavy. Like his energy is really heavy. It's like it's heavy. That's all I can say. He has an energy, a heavy energy, a dominating energy. He says women didn't like me because I was the word. He doesn't mean the biblical word. He says there's not much the Bible could have taught me or should have taught me. I used it. It was my tool. I wasn't used by anything. I used it the way you use your shells. The Bible was my tool. Okay, let's get back to women. He says women didn't like him because he had a heavy hand. Martin Luther King was a beater. He says, that's right. I had a heavy hand. A person has a purpose. A woman has a purpose in a man's life. Her purpose is to serve and love, because we are incapable of giving pure love, and a woman actually has it in her. But it is rare that a woman uses her abilities to give pure love. And in my day, beating a woman was not seen as a terrible thing. I had a heavy hand, so I went through a lot of women. 23 women altogether. Oh, he says in a span of years, and I kept them all. I could not tolerate a lot of frivolities, a lot of stupidity, and a lot of standing in my way of what I needed to do. In life, we all come into it with a purpose. My purpose was not being served by listening to whining women who refused to see rhyme or reason. Okay. He says he had a good life. A very good life. And perfectly understands the adulation for that's what he fought for. That was his legacy. And he perfectly wants it and he desires it. He never wants to be forgotten. Even when he was doing what he was doing, civil rights movements, he didn't want to be forgotten. He said, do you think it was easy being Martin Luther King? Everything is power play. Everything is power play. I crawled to the top. There were better men than me who could have stood and who could have given those speeches. I didn't write those speeches by myself. There were those who were smarter with words. They were orators. I was an orator. I could move people with my voice. The sound of my voice moved people. It even moved women. They couldn't see how cruel I was, how mean and evil I was to them. Because of my voice, I could convince them to do anything I want. My voice was my power. So I used my voice to climb over all the others to take the podium. It was politics. There was inside fighting. There was politics, there was inside fighting, there was different rhetoric, there were different ideologies. I just wanted to be at the top of the pile, and I got to the top of the pile by being ruthless. By being ruthless. The face that you see of the kind, compassionate, loving, and caring, it exists. I was that too. To my comrades and to those who shared my vision. But I was also this person. Power. I wanted it. I wanted power. I'm a subjugator, a predator. Okay. Oh, Martin. Oh, my ancestor said don't shake. Okay. Don't shake. That's wrong. He was a difficult man. An extremely difficult man. As you can see, the shells fell to the front, saying He is no longer with us, and one to the back also stating that he is no longer with us, and that he's been gone a very long time ago. Yet his memory keeps him alive. It keeps people excited about him. It keeps people striving for his vision. It says beautiful vision, wasn't it? Beautiful vision. One of the best visions ever. I loved that vision. The vision of equality, as if equality will ever exist. So you are saying equality doesn't exist? He says no, it will never exist. Throughout the tides of history, there has never been equality. For the black man to be equal to the white man, he has to destroy the white man. And for the white man to stay at the top of the pile, he has to destroy the black man. It's an unwritten law. It has existed since before humanity came into being. But I liked the vision. I gave the vision. I fed the vision. Not with me, with my comrades. He keeps giving accolades to his comrades, and I like that. He says, yes, we are all clever at one thing. We are all smart at one thing. We are all put together by God to work together for one vision. I am grateful that I lived my life and walked my life with those who shared the same vision as I, and those we were also touched by the hand of God. Were you touched by the hand of God? He says, yes. No doubt, I was touched by the hand of God. No doubt. I had no doubt in my mind since I was a little boy. My mama used to call me crazy, and people used to look at me funny. But I knew it. And as I walked to my destiny, I met those who were supposed to walk with me on this journey. And they did. Medgar Evers. Who's that guy? Question. What moment? Oh my God, this is exciting. I am so sorry that I don't know African American history that well, but I think I watched Medgar Evers. Okay, I put him on hold while I'm doing this. Okay. Says a fiery man. Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King. Evers, 1963. Oh, they did work together. I don't trust you. He says, you don't trust anyone anymore. You've lost your trust in humanity. Yes, I have. Okay. So he says, Medgar Evers. Okay. So please continue. Please continue. He says, we worked well together. And he says, I need to rest. I agree. He says, we worked well together, Medgar Evers and myself. And we achieved a lot. He was a comrade in arms. I loved him a lot. I'm going to say that it's something gay about Martin. I am so sorry, and I might be banished by the whole of African America because this right here is your hero. But I am just going to say it. There is a gay energy over here.